Ignite Nation! Ignite Nation! I am so thankful, so grateful, guys. Welcome to one of the biggest movement of 2021. I am so grateful, and more than that, I am honored because this will be one of the biggest community because of the impact that we'll be able to make. So again, welcome, like the page, subscribe. I'm so excited, so much to unpack, so much to tell you guys. A little bit about myself. My name is, you guys thought I froze.
I never freeze.
I'm just kidding. My name is Gradivi Chitoko. Let me slow that down. Gradivi, not gravity. I am from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Came here about 15 years ago with my 4 little brothers, my big sister, my mom and dad. It's been a crazy journey. It's been a crazy journey with a lot of obstacles, but I've always been the type of person to look forward to the future and always know that if I don't quit, I'm going to overcome this one day. So that's always been my spirit. That's always been the way I move. That's always been the way I just operate, right? And before I unpack this, before I tell you guys what is Ignite Nation, what is this brand, what exactly is this page about, let me talk about the 2 videos that I've added that has necessarily nothing to do with this. The 2 videos I've added was taken about 4.5 years ago. And the funny thing is that was one of the darkest moments of my life. My mom had gotten kidney failure and my dad walked out one day. Just literally within the same month, kidney failure, dad walks out. I was working in a startup that was very promising. I had to stop that because I was going through so much emotionally. And then I had 4 little brothers who didn't even finish high school yet. And we're here just alone. So it was so hard, so hard. But I always cope by listening to inspirational stuff or motivational videos. So I decided, you know what? Let me get on YouTube and let me just speak positivity to the world. And hopefully somebody who's going through the same situation or worse, because at the end of the day, your situation or your circumstance is not always the worst. Somebody else will always have it worse than you, especially if you live in the United States. Especially if you live here, your situation is not the worst. The point I'm trying to make is the same mission I had for that segment, which is from zero to hero, which the goal was to create a community where I could just inspire and empower. I didn't even do it for the money. I didn't do it for the views. I truly just wanted to vent to the world and truly just make some friends. But YouTube kicked my butt. YouTube completely kicked my butt. Both of those videos took me like 200 tries to just upload 2 minutes. And after those 2 videos, I was like, I'm gone. This was so hard. So I'm actually so excited to be back to YouTube. And I'm back. What exactly is this that I am doing? All right, so what exactly is Ignite Nation and why did I choose that name? Ignite Nation is simply the community behind the Ignite Athletic Apparel brand. Ignite Nation is the hashtag, right? So I'm the founder of the Ignite Apparel brand that will be launching in July. And the reason why I chose to create a community behind it is because, guys, there's so much impact that's about to be done with this brand. This is something completely different. In fact, only really one company has done something similar like this in the last decade. And so I'm just so really honored to be able to share this with you guys and let this just grow into something I probably even haven't thought of. So exactly, how did I come to launching a clothing brand? How did I get here? What was the start of it? And if I'm going to be honest with you guys is, I had no idea about the fashion industry. I never wanted to do anything about clothes. I never wanted to even care about that business side because I know it's not me. It's really not me. But so this is what happened. Last September, we're all going through the pandemic and I was like, man, Gradivi, focus on one of your missions. And one of my missions in life for the very longest time, since I was about 8 years old, has always been to open up a nonprofit in the Congo and all over developing countries where I could help feed malnourished children. There's actually a story that I'm going to tell of why this is. This is something very personal. When I had this idea, I stopped everything. I stopped working. I stopped my job. I was like, you know what? Just focus on this. Kids are suffering because of the pandemic even worse than they were. So there's no better time to actually try to be an impact. So I will start a business plan, right? When you start a business, you start a business plan. So in the midst of starting a business plan, I was like, man, this is crazy. So two of the things when you're starting a nonprofit, two of the obstacles is awareness and fundraising. So how are people going to know about you? And how are you always going to get people to donate money? And I'm figuring out these things. And one day I was like, you know what? Let me focus on another part of this because this is getting a little hard. So one of my focus was I wanted the children and the staff to actually represent the brand, represent the foundation. So I was like, you know what? Let me focus on actual, the shirts that the staff's gonna wear and the children. So one day I go in my bedroom. This is exactly how it happened. I go in my bedroom and in the corner of my bed, there's a Nike shirt. Right? There's a corner of my bed, there's a Nike shirt, and right here by my bed, there's a blank canvas shirt. So I'm visually just putting the word the Ignite Foundation, which is the name of my foundation, on the shirt. And I didn't like the look. I didn't even like how it just sounded on the shirt. Nobody wants to wear that. So I cut it all off. And when I cut it off, guys, something happened. Boom. When I left the word Ignite and the logo, guys, I saw this vision. I saw this vision that I couldn't sleep. I truly could not sleep because I've been part of startups. I've tried to launch companies before, but this truly is something that I couldn't sleep for a week just thinking about what I've discovered and what this could possibly be. And so basically that's where the inception of the Ignite Athletic Apparel brand was born. And let me break it down exactly what happens when you actually purchase from our brand compared to any other brands that are on the market. When a customer purchases from the Ignite brand, immediately $5 is taken off. $1 goes to our charity partner. And I'm not gonna name this charity yet because we're officializing things, but I'm telling you guys, this charity is very well known, not necessarily for how big it is, but for the integrity and the model that they use to completely revolutionize the charity space, right? Because in America, 50 to 70% of people do not trust charities. And this charity was able to do something that completely inspired me. I was like, man, this is what I want to bring to my foundation. So again, you buy an apparel from Ignite, $5 gets taken off, $1 goes to our charity partner, and $4 goes to our actual non-profit foundation in the Congo. And what happens is, immediately when the funds go there, the children will start getting the food and all the necessities as far as school supplies, which is one of our two focus, food and education. And so they will get that. But I didn't want to stop there. Why I didn't want to stop there is because a lot of brands make these promises. Hey, buy from us, we'll give money to so-and-so. Buy from us, we'll give money to so-and-so. And you never see where your money goes. You have no idea if your money even went to that foundation. So I want to do something different. So what happens here is whenever you make the purchase and buy the apparel, the money gets divided. $1 goes to a charity partner and $4 goes to our brand. Within that quarter of the year that you made that purchase, we will be sending you a personalized letter and the picture of the actual impact that you're able to make. That is very, very, very powerful. And I truly believe that alone will give us a competitive edge to compete with so many brands, including all the big ones. And that is literally what excites me, why I'm so nervous, why I'm like, I gotta share this with the world, guys. It's taken me months and months to get a lot of things together, and we are literally 60 days away from launch, actually less than 60 days. July 1st is our anticipated launch date, and I truly just wanted to start something from the bottom of my heart. But this is not just coming from a guy who wants to do good for the world. This actually is very personal for me. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story of why I've always had this mission in life. So I've got to take you back about I'm 25, my math sucks. 12 or 13 years ago, back home when I was still in the Congo, I was staying with my grandfather for a little bit, my mom's dad. And He's passed away now, but I've never loved a man more than my grandfather. He was truly such an amazing man. Anyways, it was a morning. It was in the morning, and it was very early. He wakes up very early and wakes me up, and we walk around the complex, his big house. We walk around it, and what happened that morning is he was yelling somebody to him. My grandfather has 24 children. One of them is my mother. He has 24 children, and I love my mom's family. I grew up with them. I truly care for them. I'm very fortunate to have that experience of having a family that I was so close to. But anyways, my grandfather is asking somebody to go buy him food, and nobody's answering. And I'm like, Grandpa, I want to do it. So he's like, okay, don't tell your mom. Just go to the corner, get me bread and eggs, and come back. And I was so excited. Anything for my grandfather, I will do. So he gives me the money, and I already knew where the corner is, which is about 90 yards away from the house. So I get the money, and I'm walking. In between the house and the corner, there's this big ditch where everybody around the neighborhood, the community, just throws trash. So there's no like trash system, right? So, and in this ditch, you usually find grown homeless people or even children. A lot of children are homeless, and there's no help for them. So on the way there, I saw there was only one kid in there about my age, literally just inches taller. So I see him, he sees me, and I run a little bit because I do not like confrontation. I was a very, very good kid, right? So I go, I get the bread and eggs, I'm coming back, and this kid now is staring at me. And I'm like, uh-oh. And so I'm walking faster and faster and faster, but he cuts me off, and now he's in front of me, and I'm just like, I'm kind of petrified because I did not like confrontation. I was just trying to do something good, right? So he gets in front of me and he says in our language, "Besanga mapa," which means give me the bread. And I reply to him in French, "No, this is for my grandfather." And he's like, again, "Besanga mapa," and I tell him, "No, this is for my grandfather." He kicks me, literally kicks me, and I fall, start crying. He grabs the bread and runs. And I'm crying, walking home, crying. I get to my grandpa. I explain to him what happened. And my grandpa's like, it's okay. Just shh, don't tell your mom. So this situation has truly stayed with me for so long because when I was growing up, when we came here to America, I noticed there's no homeless children here. There's no such thing as a homeless child. So when I thought about that incident, I was like, man, that is crazy that a child about the same age as me fought me for just bread. That's how bad it is. So this mission truly comes from the heart, and I am so excited to finally be able to be an impact that I've always dreamed about. And I truly welcome all of you guys to support this brand and truly make this impact bigger than what I can even envision. So, how is this YouTube page channel going to be created? The reason why I created this YouTube page is about two reasons. Number one, I truly want to build the awareness of the brand. What is the brand? What's the differentiator? And number two, the reason why it's called How to Start a Clothing Brand, I truly wanted to show the process of literally starting a clothing brand from scratch. Kind of like vlogging, right? So what we're going to do here, we're going to come on Mondays. Every Mondays, we're going to come on, talk about what's the goal for the week for the brand, right? Just talk about the goals and what we wish to accomplish. And then on Sundays, we're going to come back and talk about what was accomplished, what was not accomplished, and what not to do. And I truly believe by doing this, this will help a lot of people out. Not only build a community, but help people out from do's and don'ts of actually trying to launch a brand, guys. And I cannot wait when it is July and we are finally ready for you guys to just click, order, boom, and we are able to help so many children starting in the Congo, but as the brand expands and gets bigger, so will the foundation will expand to different countries. And this is something I'm so passionate about, so passionate about. And I welcome every single person to truly support this brand. And I cannot wait to see you guys. So today's Monday. That means Sunday we'll be coming back and we'll actually be talking about what was the goal for the week and what we're able to accomplish and whatnot. Again, guys, welcome to Ignite.